Battle of the Network shows. Join Rick Brooks and Mike Kogel as they explore the TV of the 70s and 80s through hand-picked episodes of their favorite and not-so-favorite series.
Welcome to a Battle of the Network Show's bonus episode, and we're going to try to create a game on the fly here.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm Mike.
And I'm Rick. Hello, everyone.
Yes. You want to try to explain?
Well, I'll try.
Yes.
But I don't exactly know what we're doing. But friend of the show, Dan, gave me these very cool cards. I'm not sure what their provenance is, but they're the size of trading cards, but they're reproductions of TV guide covers from throughout history. And each of these covers spotlights a certain show. They're real covers from the TV guide archives. And on the back, you've got like little facts about it, mostly listing the cast and like when it started and things like that. And, you know, we'll go ahead and blame this on me. I thought it might be interesting to take a look at the things and see if maybe I can get you to guess by giving like selected facts and see if you can.
How many guesses it takes, if I can guess at all.
Yeah, I think that'd be good. And without showing you the cover, we'll show the cover afterwards. And of course, we'll scan these later. Here's an example. Okay, one of these. This is a cool Larry Hagman cover from 1984, and it's about Dallas. And the headline is ratings slipped. And then it says in bold letters, how Larry Hagman got angry and forced some changes in Dallas. Oh. And you can see there he's got like kind of a smile, but he's got his arms crossed and he's got the old Ted Gallen hat and he's kind of got that rascally look. And on the back, for example, it says, but it's got, so this is like from a now, like a more modern perspective. So it says that it won 4 Emmys. It was on CBS. Start date, April 2nd, 1978.
Dallas.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to be good at this. And it's also got like a little bar of soap to indicate what type of show it is, which I hadn't noticed that at first on the back here. It's got the end date, you know, and it's got the main cast here. Pretty interesting. Poor Ken Kercheval not included on the cast, but, you know, they had to list a lot of names here. And it says, for example, created by David Michael Jacobs. Gerald Immel is the theme. Yeah. Yes, they credit the theme. And then they got the Nielsen chart history. And, you know, boy, there's a lot of seasons there, so they got a lot there that I won't read all that. But then it's got top rating, and it's a 34.5 rating for the 1980 to 1981 season. And then the number of seasons, 14. So these are the kind of facts that are on these cards. Okay. And, you know, I might be able to give like a hint of maybe what's on the cover, too. Okay. Maybe a little bit. Okay.
So, maybe giving me a little symbol, too. Yeah.
First up here, this is an interesting cover, and, this might give it away if I give you the symbol, actually. Okay. But, okay, it started October 3rd, 1986, won 15 Emmys, and ended 1994, so it was on 8 seasons. Its top rating was an 18.3 in the 1987 to 1988 season, and it won several Outstanding Drama Series Emmys.
L.A. Law.
You got it, yes. And the symbol is like a gavel.
Okay.
Like bang, bang, which is really cool. There's the...
Oh, it's like the whole cast.
Yeah, this is like a huge ensemble.
What's going on in those little sub-photos?
Well, let's see. You've got... it says the Dean of Sitcoms picks his comedy all-stars, and it's got a picture of Bob Newhart. So that's kind of interesting. I'd like to know what Bob Newhart's comedy all-star team is. And then it's got Jane Pauley, My Life After Today.
Okay. So not Richard Simmons. For some reason, I thought I saw Richard Simmons.
No, I see Richard Dysart. Oh, okay. But not Richard Simmons.
Like one of the little pictures looked like. Is that Jane Pauley?
Very good. This one, I don't know why I put it in the wrong thing, but it's Dylan McDermott talking about his past and his wildlife something like that. Yes, it was The Practice, yes. All right, next up, okay, we'll go with this one here. This is a cover from 1979. A show that premiered in January 18th, 1975 and ended July 23rd, 1985. Won 2 Emmys. Let's see. Its top rating was in the 1974-1975 season. It was 27.6. And it was on 11 seasons.
Happy Days.
Good guess, but not quite. Jeff Barry and Janet Dubois are credited with creating the theme song. And I can tell you... It had a lot of top 10, top 20s, top 30s. It was on 11 seasons, and it was created by, it's one of the Norman Lear shows, I can say. 1975 to 1985.
Oh, the Jeffersons.
Yes, the Jeffersons. Yes. Now, this is one of the artistic art covers.
Oh.
So it's like a painting with, interestingly enough...
Mr. Bentley.
Mr. Bentley right in the middle with, Mr.
Mr. Bentley, but at first I thought he was Spock. I was like, why is Spock on a cover? Was he leering over the Jeffersons?
Yeah, you know what? I see that now. And it's like, Yeah, interesting. That would explain George's like cynical expression, Wheezy's laughing expression, and yeah, Mr. Bentley / Spock has this kind of like subtle like grin. Boy, he does look like Spock on there. I hadn't noticed that.
Especially from a distance.
Yeah.
I feel like they did the painting of the Jeffersons, and then the art director's like, we need to fill in some more space. They stuck Mr. Bentley in there.
Yeah, and that's an odd. And it says,
why not have Florence?
Yeah, the cast of the Jeffersons. I hope it's not because they didn't want just only 2 African American performers on there.
Right.
They could have put Willis on there or something, or the doorman Ralph. That's an unusual cover. It's odd. Like even on the back when they list the cast, I mean, Paul Benedict is Harry Bentley is like number 6 there, so that's weird.
Yeah.
But the other story, whatever became of TV violence.
Oh, good question.
This is 1979, so I guess the efforts to clean up worked. I guess if TV Guide's wondering what became of it.
Right.
Okay, let's see. This is an interesting one. September 1984 to April 1992, won 6 Emmys. The theme was by Stu Gardner and the star of the show. I won't say who it is. It was on 8 seasons. Its top rating was 34.9 for the 1986 to 1987 season, and it was number 1 for about 6 years.
What were the years again?
1984 to 1992. So a total of 8 seasons, won 6 Emmys.
6 Emmys.
And the cover is a classic pose of this singular performer. And this is a show that we have not covered on the podcast yet for various reasons. One very big reason, actually.
Cosby Show.
Yes, it is the Cosby Show. And the story is how to make Cosby even better. This was from 1987 when the show was kind of at its peak. And it's kind of funny that TV Guide's presuming to make the Cosby Show even better.
Right.
Also in this magazine, Which Are Better Pets, Cats or Dogs by Roy Blunt Jr. I'm not sure what the relation to TV is. And just discovered Old Letters Shed New Light on Dallas Feuds by David Jacobs, the show's creator. Oh. And there you go. See, that's a classic, Cosby as we knew him.
Yes.
Okay, here's another one. Another long-running show. Premiered 1968 and ended April 1980. Won 2 Emmys. Theme by Morton Stevens.
Oh, yes, Morton Stevens.
Top rating was 25.2 in the 1972 to 1973 season. So it was on 12 seasons. Created by Leonard Freeman. And this is a show that we have not yet discussed.
68.
Yeah, I mean...
The entire 70s.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that it was on that long and that it actually ended in, I guess, the 1979-1980 season was the last one. It's another artistic cover with the 2 main stars and some ambiance. The ambiance was very key to this show, and the setting was a big part of it.
I have no idea.
It was on CBS. And the little logo on the back is a badge, so basically a cop show. But this is a tough one because this is one that I don't think has come up that often.
Cop show with ambiance.
Yes, like the setting was very key, almost like it was the real star of the show.
Hawaii 5. Yeah.
Yep, you got it, Hawaii 5-0.
Okay.
There you go. So you see Jack Lord and
I like that.
James MacArthur. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Jack Lord's looking a little down in the dumps, but
he is. Yeah. So this cover was actually from 1970. So this was early. This came out early in the show's run, and it doesn't have like a headline about it, but it says John Crosby fondly recalls TV in the 50s is another story that's inside. I don't know what that's all about. I don't even know who John Crosby is, to be honest with you.
No.
I think he was a critic, maybe. I don't know why he's so fond of TV in the 50s, but...
he's probably lamenting.
Yes, he probably is. Okay, here's another one. September 29th, 1987, ended May 29th, 1991. Won 13 Emmys. Theme by W.G. Smuffy Walden and Stuart Levin.
30-something?
You got it, yeah.
Yes.
Never in the top 30. Its top rating was 12.1 in the 1987-88 season, and it was on 4 seasons, and Ed Zwick and Marshall Herskovitz were the creators, which I think would have given away.
Yeah.
On ABC, and yeah, there you go, like the leads.
The babies. Yeah, the baby.
Michael and Hope, I guess.
Yes. Yeah.
With the baby. And the Why 30-something is so good is the name of the article. Plus, The Fears of Ken Owen. Ooh, The Fears of Ken Owen.
Wasn't that a Lifetime movie?
The Fears of Ken Owen, or that somebody will bring up Bay City Blues.
Right.
And another one, writer Studs Terkel says, let's get rid of TV's pundits. They're dangerous. When Studs Terkel talks, people listen. And when people talk, Studs Terkel listens and writes it down. So I guess it's a two-way street there, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, boy, okay.
I said, for some reason, the Snuffy Walden, because I was like, well, it's not the West Wing. The only themes I could think, he did the West Wing and Sports Night themes, I think.
Okay.
I think that's right. And for some reason,
so that's what did it.
30-something.
All right, this is from 1985. Why don't I tell you the other stories, the stories in the cover first this time? Okay, so one of them is Tina Turner from Rock Bottom to Top of the Heap. That's interesting. And then the other one is Why the name of the show is Irresistible by Joyce Carol Oates. So Joyce Carol Oates is weighing in TV Guide here, okay?
Wow. Yeah.
So this show is 1981 to 1987, won 26 Emmys, 7 seasons, and its top rating was 18.6 in the 1981 to 1982 season. Now that's interesting. I don't know if I would have guessed that was its peak. And accolades, it won 4 Outstanding Drama Series Emmys.
Hill Street Blues.
Yep, Hill Street Blues.
Yeah.
With the theme by Mike Post, of course, and
is that what Joyce Carol Oates was weighing?
Yep,
in on?
Why Hill Street Blues is Irresistible. And then you can see the cover. That's a cool.
Oh yeah.
That's a very cool cover. Incredibly busy cover.
Yes.
I don't know if that's either Jack Davis or a great. We'll definitely put this in there. But there's a great. Was it Renko has a great look in his face in this one. That's a cool cover. All right, just a couple more here.
Okay.
This one's from 1969. The stories are the cover story headlines are How Dutch TV Smears America. Anyone for crochet? The TV battle the Indians won. And then it's got the current cast of this show. Again, from 1969. Okay, so the series was 1966 to 1973. 10 Emmys. And its top rating was 23.3 in the 1968 to 1969 season. But it was on 9 seasons. Lalo Schifrin did the theme song.
Mission Impossible.
Yep, Mission Impossible, created by Bruce Geller. And this was after Martin Landau and Barbara Bain had left. And it's interesting because, like, the cast list on the back, the only one that's mentioned, Peter Graves is on the cast list on the back, but he's the only one of those people on the cover. Like they say, have Stephen Hill, who was only on the first season, was replaced by Peter Graves, and then Barbara Bain and Martin Landau. On the cover here, you got Greg Morris and Peter Lupus and Leslie Ann Down. No, it's not Leslie Ann Down. It's, can't remember her name now.
Leslie Ann
Warren.
Yes. Really?
Leslie Ann Warren, yes. No. Leslie Ann. Which one was on? I don't remember. Another show we haven't covered yet on that.
Warren Berger. No, you would have been busy.
Not Warren Berger.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm going to see what the logo is, like kind of a spy in a trench coat, kind of a silhouette of that. That's kind of cool. All right. This one has kind of a unique logo on the back. The cover is from 1976, and there's no headline related to the show. This is an interesting caricature. Bittersweet Lessons from Rich Man, Poor Man, apparently written by Irwin Shaw. So he wrote the novel, so maybe this is like lessons from the adaptation to a miniseries. But the show itself, I don't know what the story is about, but they're just on the cover. But September 1972 to February 1983. Top rating 27.4 in the 1974-1975 season, so 11 seasons. Johnny Mandel wrote the theme song.
Happy Days.
Not Happy Days. Let's see here. This is another interesting one where actually there's one of the people. It's a group caricature, and one of them I'm not sure who it is. And there's a little bit of a disconnect with the cast here and what's actually on the cover. But yeah, 1976, and
Little House on the Prairie.
Network is CBS.
Not Little House on the Prairie.
Not Little House on the Prairie. And it won 14 Emmys.
14 Emmys.
It was top Nielsen chart history, top 10 in 73 through 74 and 74 through 75, and every season from 1976 to 1983. And it was top 20, yes. And there, see, this is kind of an odd drawing there. And like the logo on the back is like a medical vehicle.
Okay, there's Hawkeye, BJ,
Yeah.
Houlihan.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume Winchester and Potter.
Okay, that's Winchester, you think?
I don't know who else it would be.
Yeah.
It
Well,
doesn't look like him.
because it says the cast of MASH, right?
Yeah.
So it's got to be somebody in the regular cast, you'd think, but it looks almost like, just like a...
Oh, it looks like Buddy Hackett or something.
Yeah, Buddy Hackett
Or Lou Costello.
Yeah. Yeah.
And frankly, Harry Morgan doesn't really look like Harry Morgan. So.
No. It's the interesting way to do the eyes. I'm curious who drew that.
Yeah.
That's an interesting cover. So, yeah.
Well, I did pretty well.
Yeah, you did do very well. Very well. I think you showed some restraint by not using your mental ESP powers to, like, visualize
Right.
what the
Yeah.
some of the other ones they have here, like there's a classic Honeymooners cover, which I love. There's Peter Gunn, which is interesting. Jack Webb from Dragnet. Mad About You, Paul Reiser and Helen Hunt. Alias with Jennifer Gardner. Malcolm in the Middle. Law and Order. And 6 Feet Under.
Wow.
So a lot of variety in this little set of cards here. But yeah, these are really, really cool cards.
Yeah, what's 6 feet under's little symbol?
I guess that's supposed to be like comedy drama because they got like the two masks, like the theatrical masks. How would you? Is there a name for those?
I believe there is, but I don't know.
Yeah, and also in that 6 Feet Under, what an issue this must be. It's got an exclusive, and then just says Charlie and Martin Sheen, and then Carmen Electra makes sparks fly.
Right, there's a time capsule.
Yeah, it certainly is. Yeah, when was this? That was from 2002. Was that cover? So yeah.
But I think the comedy masks, the comedy and drama masks, have names. They're like the Greek personifications of those. but I don't know what they are.
So it's not like Lum and Abner. They don't have names like that. It's like,
Lum and Abner. Lumios and Abneros.
yeah.
I'm sure, maybe our resident literature teacher out there will let us know.
Yes, that would be good.
He filled us in on something non-literary recently, didn't he? What was it?
Yes, the Dennis the Menace episode.
Yes, that's right.
The Comet, the Haley's Comet,
Oh,
Mark
yeah,
Twain
that's
connection.
Right. That was literary, yes.
I didn't realize that at all.
Mark Twain was born the year it passed and died the year it passed, I think.
Yeah.
Obviously different years. But.
Yeah, so Dennis the Menace was even more literary than we thought.
Yeah.
The animated Dennis the Menace.
Right.
So, yeah, good for the show.
Not only was the character literate, but the cartoon was literary.
What a combination.
Yes.
Yeah.
Literacy is the sub theme of this season.
I think it is. We've learned about reading and the value of reading, and we've talked about TV Guide several times,
right.
Which of course is the highest form of literature.
Reading, yes. You've quoted from books.
I have, haven't I?
Yeah.
I've actually read some books too.
Yeah.
Boy, I'll be glad when this off season's over and I can just sit back and watch TV again. But we welcome all literary feedback. Yes.
So thank you for joining us for the TV Guide card game.
Yeah. Yes, and thank you again, Dan, for supplying the source material for this.
Yeah.
Join us next time for another exciting episode of Battle of the Network Shows. Learn more, leave feedback, and suggest future episodes at battleofthenetworkshows.com. Follow us on Twitter at BatNetShows, and like our Facebook page, facebook.com/Battle of the Network Shows.